What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of my Pentagon slash Hexagon series. Well, as you can take a look at this overlay of San Luis, you can notice one little thing missing from the key employees, and that is there is no longer a manager for San Luis. That is correct. I have resigned from my position as manager of San Luis after what looked like to be the writing was on the wall. After our last match against Deportes Antofagasta, we did manage to scrape together a win against Huachipato 4-2, but then the results went back to the status quo. It was a loss against Cobreloa, then loss versus Universidad Católica, and then only managed a draw to last place Santiago Morning. At that point, it was the board's decision that they wanted me to turn it around in the closing stage, and at that point I just saw myself floundering. I just pictured myself floundering at this club, couldn't be doing anything about it, and yeah, I just wanted to move on to bigger and better things, so I decided to resign and test the waters of managerial positions somewhere else. There are several options out there like FC Tokyo, Grampus, Sanfrecce, Atletico Goianense was over there, Rampia Juniors. All these, as you can see, are being taken over by other managers. Gremio was over there, Uara Reds. But there was one that actually stuck out, and it was one that I felt could be obtainable. I'd stay in the Asian area. As you see, a lot of these Japanese teams were sacking managers left and right, but I wanted to go somewhere different. Stay in Asia, though, but kind of find myself back in the recruitment area of where I was. And that place, if you haven't figured it out, is Australia. I wanted to go back to the Oceanic area, recruit in New Zealand, and lo and behold, Australia had an opening with Melbourne City FC. I took that position, and now, as you can see, we are now back in the Oceanic area. I can recruit New Zealand again, and I don't care about the parent clubs. Yes, they're linked with Man City, but apparently not so much in this game. I don't have them as like a sugar daddy to loan players in. That doesn't work here. But we have taken over Melbourne City FC. Currently, they sit in 6th place in the Hyundai A-League. The weird thing about the A-League is to determine Champions League placement, you really have to come in first to be guaranteed automatic spot. 2nd place and 3rd place, that's where it gets a little sketchy. After the initial season, it's a 27-match season. The top 6 places, as you can see here, go into what's known as the Grand Finals playoff system, where the winner of that gets an automatic Champions League group stage spot. 1st place gets an automatic group stage spot. The winner of the Grand Finals also gets a group stage spot. 2nd place, however, only goes into the preliminary rounds. However, if 2nd place wins, or even if 1st place wins the grand final, 2nd place would take that group spot, and then 3rd place in the league would take that preliminary round spot in the Champions League. So it's a little different. The A-League itself mimics the MLS. So you have your designated players. You only have a certain amount of foreign allotment. It's really weird like that. You have to watch your salary cap. So working with Melbourne City, it's going to be a little weird. But I'll try and adapt as much as I possibly can. Looking at the finances, you couldn't even tell that they're bought by Man City, one of the wealthiest clubs in the world. We have a balance of almost £2 million in the red, and it's not looking like we're going to be getting anything anytime soon. So I really got to hope somebody steps up from my club and actually balances this budget out. Maybe sell off a few players get in some extra sponsorships, something. I don't know what. As far as the wage budget, I don't see it here because you don't have any control over a wage budget. You have just a maximum salary cap that you cannot go over. And I think in the A League, when I was registering teams, it was 1.4 million pounds. I couldn't go over that. I'm actually well under that. I barely cracked £1 million for yearly wages on players, but you just need to. I don't know what to do. I have to sell off some of my best players, and I really don't want to do that at this point. Speaking of my players and what my best players are, here's a breakdown of my squad. As you can see, I do have a few trialists in there. Best players at each position. Andrew Redmayne going to be a goalkeeper, 30 years old, still a decent goalkeeper by Australian standards. Good goalkeeping abilities, decent mentals, decent speed. Nothing wrong with him. I mean, I expect him to be stopping shots. Yes, he'll, of course, as a goalkeeper, you'll let one or two go through, but I expect him to be a step above the average goalkeeper. As far as my defenders go, one of my best center backs is a 25-year-old by the name of Connor Chapman, 6'1", Australian, good technicals, especially in the stats where they need it, 13 in heading, 14 marking, 13 tackling, good physicals, especially speed. Look at that, nothing under an 11. Decent mentals as well, so I expect him to be one of the leaders on the back line to try and bolster the back line to figure out exactly what we're going to do defensively. We also have 33-year-old Eric Partaloo, who is not only a defensive mid, but he is also our captain. And if you take a look at his mentals, he strongly deserves the captain's armband. You look at 16 in leadership, 12 teamwork, 13 work rate. He's up and down the best player on the squad. It's just I'm trying to fit him more into a midfield role, not defensive mid. Hopefully he will adapt to the formations that I'm going to be using, and hopefully don't raise a stink over it. Next up, one of our other players is Nikita Rukavitsaya, who is I know he's a natural-born Australian, but what are his other nationalities? He's Ukrainian as well. So he's a Ukrainian-born Australian who is a rather decent left winger. I'm trying to get away from him being my starting left because his attacking stats aren't all that great. He's a decent crosser of the ball, can get you speed and pace up the wing. Apart from that, not really much. So there are other options that I'm looking forward to, and Ben Garuccio is definitely one of those. May not have the same pace, but definitely has some better attacking attributes. Good mentals as well, good pace, better dribbling, better crossing than Nikita. And we'll definitely try and utilize him more. But if you actually saw there, he's more attacking left, but he can also play left back. But because if you recognized, we don't have a true left back on the squad. Yes, we have this trialist, and I'm looking to sign him, but when I took over this squad, there was no true left back. We had to play this attacking left mid all the way back, and that was something I didn't want to do. So that's why we're trying to bring in Alan Rushell. Those are his stats. Pretty decent. He's going to be more for cover than anything because, like I said, we don't have a true left back, and I want to use Garuccio's pace and his crossing ability up front. That's where he's better suited. Looking to the other positions, we have Palaretri here at center mid. Pretty decent guy. Decent mentals, good speed, good technicals. I expect him to be bossing that midfield day in and day out. And then looking at the striker options, the best option right now is actually a trialist I'm trying to bring in here. His name is Mitchell Duke, another Australian. Most of the players on here are Australians. I think I only have 1 or 2 Brazilians that would constitute as a foreign player. And actually I do have an American in here, but he was mostly used as cover. As you can see right here, good attacking, good speed. I want to try him, and like I said, get him in here and make him my first team striker. Because who I was left with was, of course, the Brazilians that I mentioned, Pedro Henrique. Getting up there on age, 34 years old, his speed is starting to diminish, even though it does still look like it's pretty up there. Still great mentals. I assumed that the mentals would stay up there due to his age, but his technical skills are kind of lacking for what I want in a striker. So that's why I'm trying to bring on Mitchell Duke. And of course, the only transfer in was that American that I was talking about, Benny Feilhaber, former U.S. National team member. His speed has definitely gone down, and that's to be expected for somebody of his age. Like I said, only 34 years old. But his mentals are still strong, his technicals are still passable, and like I said, I was trying to find somebody in a center mid role that I can use, since all I had were, as true midfielders, were 2 DMs. So bringing him in just to try and bolster my lineup and bolster my options for who I wanted to choose. Feilhaber wasn't really a bad choice, but I know there are better ones out there. He was really the only achievable option due to my financial constraints. So without further ado, we're going to be taking on Central Coast Mariners today, and they are in first place, far and away the best team in the league this year. 9 games have been played so far. They are 8-0-1, 24 points out of that. We are in 6th place right now, 4-0-5, with only 12 points to our name. Like I said, we have 18 more matches to go since there is a 27-match regular season. And we want to try and make the playoffs. Actually, before we even get to that, let's take a look at where we are predicted to be, if we can even take a look at that. Can I even check that? I don't think I can at this point in time. Alright, but, well, I'm looking to stay top 6. If I can get into the playoffs, then we can make some magic happen, at least. Try. So we're going to be playing at home versus the top team in the league. They're going to be playing a 4-4-2 diamond. It looks like they want to try and stretch out the play as much as possible. I'm going to be playing in a modified 4-4-1-1 formation. We're going to have Redmayne in goal, a flat back four of Paloretri, Connor Chapman, Vladimir Markovsky, and Benjamin Garuccio. Like I said, he is more suited to be played up on the wing, but he's my only solid defensive left back at this point, so he's going to be playing there. The mid four are going to consist of Mate, what's his name? Duganjic. I think he's a Croatian-Australian. Yeah, he's also Croatian. So Mate Duganjic on the right, Eric Partalou, Aaron Mui coming up the center, and Nikita coming up the left. Our AMC is going to be Harry Sporanovic, and our striker today is going to be Ken Palmer. I'm going to leave Pedro Henrique on the bench and only bring him on when he's needed. Actually no, since he is it looks like he's the highest goal scorer on the team, I'm going to put him out there just to see what we can do with him. So, alright, enough stalling. Let's get this match going on. Alrighty now, and we kick off. We are in the home whites, and Central Coast are in the away navy. Melbourne City, as you recall, if you've ever watched the A-League, they used to be the Melbourne Heart before Manchester City and their group bought them up, rebranded it, and now basically bear the name of all of Man City's sponsors and attributes going forward with them. Good cross in. Can we keep it going? Oh, cleared off the line. Another header in, but that goes right off. Good run of form by Mate. St. Duganjic is probably going to be taxing for me, so we'll call him Mate. And that was a good stop there by Redmayne, preventing them from scoring. Let's try and encourage the lads and see if they can make something happen. Because we're not playing a two. Actually, I keep forgetting this is not an attacking formation. This is a counter-attacking formation. So let's hope the boys can actually pull off some solid counterattacks and maybe even get a goal in. Oh, that was a good clearance. Unfortunately, nobody on our side was there to pick it up. And here comes Central Coast again, and what a strike from about 20 yards out. And Central Coast take the lead 1-0 after 22 minutes, and that's not something I want to see. The bad results keep following me. I just need to try and limit them. And off a goal kick restart, can we push men forward? Ooh. Sporanovic was not able to pick that up, unfortunately. I need to, I don't know, keep some pressure going, guys. Can't let yourself get easily dispossessed off that ball. And here they come again on another attack, trying to throw the ball in. And he shoots it wide. Oof. Need to start breaking down those passing lanes. Maybe steal a ball or two. Free kick. Free kick, and I don't know what he was aiming at. But fortunate for us. It's not looking like we're getting many attacking chances. 2 shots total. None of them have been on target. And Melbourne Say are looking pretty hapless right now. Good blocks. Keep up with the blocks. Don't concede any penalties. Good tackle. Very good tackle, but it's a throw-in for him deep in our area. And one of their players goes out injured. Maybe that'll help us in the long run, but who knows. So it's 1-0 at the half. Just go out and avenge something. Really disappointed in your defensive efforts. Come out and do better. Midfield hasn't been doing all the great, and forwards you can do a lot better too. Push higher up, stay on feet, and pass into space. Take away the tempo. You take away the play wider too. Take away play expressive too. All right, we're gonna go with this and see if we can't nab ourselves a goal, steal a point away from the group leaders. I guess they'd be league leaders at this point, and that's a pretty ticky-tack foul right there. Garuccio's not playing all that well. Unfortunately, I can't take him out and bring anyone else on. We got a free kick in their area, but I don't know where you're aiming at, Retray. Could have taken a lot better shot. Alright, we get the restart. 65 minutes on. Haven't had many attacking chances. Here comes Pedro Enrique, and he just shoots it wide. Come on, man. You already hit the net 4 times this season. You could have done it again. Good dispossess. Can we make something happen? Up the wing into Pedro. Oh, come on. That'll lead to a corner kick, but he should have taken a lot better shot. Kicked it right at the keeper. Low and in. Oh, can we make something happen off the restart? Get it in. Oh, come on. And Central Coast clears it. Tried to get it back into the box, but it was too far forward. Their keeper picks it up right away. And 72 minutes pass, and we're going to make some subs. We're going to get rid of Vladimir and bring on Terry Scott for Sillet Bang. And we're also going to move Retray over to the left and bring on Joe Dunn to fill in the right side. And as far as anyone up the middle, yeah, we're going to bring on Ken Palmer for Pedro Enrique. So we're going to make all 3 subs with 18 minutes left in the match and see if anything can come of it. So I'm going to push it up to attacking. I'm going to tell my boys to push forward. At this point in time, it wouldn't hurt to try and get an equalizer And if nothing comes of it, concede a goal because, well, we're on the losing end right now. Maybe we can make something happen with this attack. Palmer. Ahead. Oh, who was that? Juganjic. Forcing a corner. Can we make something happen here? Palmer. Oh, it was right up the middle and no one was there except the Central Coast defender. And here we go again. Another attacking chance. Throw in at midfield. Sporanovic to Juganjic. Ahead to Dunn. Juganjic in the middle. Good shot! And Sporanovic. Harry Sporanovic tying it up 1-1 in the 78th minute. Get in. Let's try for a second now. Unless... Oh, I don't like highlights coming right off of the goal. I don't want to concede. I don't want to concede right off the restart. And that's looking like it. Oh, fortunately, Redmayne's right there. Alright, well, good job on the goal, boys. Now let's try and get a second. I may think about pushing it back to counter just so I can, you know, hold on to the lead. Oh, but here we go. Here comes Vladimir coming up. Oh, it was right in front of the goal mouth. How did you not score that? And here comes Central Coast on the counter. They get it forward. He is onside. Good save, Redmayne. Good save. I think it's in my best interest to start dropping everyone back. Yeah, don't push higher up. Drop deeper. It is in my best interest to start dropping everyone back. One goal is great. That one goal is great, but I don't want to concede a second. I'd rather take the tie than to lose a point right here. Foul by... Oh, he's already on a yellow. Does that mean he's going to get sent off? If he gets sent off right here, I may push it up to attacking. Yep, that's his second yellow. Central Coast are down to 10 men with 4 minutes left to go in the match. I'm going to tell everyone to push forward and see if we can't steal something from this match. We got a free kick in a good area. Sporanovic. Just try and pick out a good cross. Get everyone on side. Pick out a good cross. Ah, but the keeper comes right out and picks that up with ease. Uh-oh. Central Coast have a shot, but they hit it wide. As time is winding down on this match, we get one last corner. Can anything come of it? Oh, no. We foul in their penalty box as the ball trickles across the line. That's full time. 1-1 draw. I'll take it at this point. Against the league-leading Central Coast Mariners. 1-1 draw in my very first match in Australia. Not bad. Good effort. Good effort. I can't fault them for that. They did play exactly how I wanted them to play. And we just need to build upon this. So with that being said, there is no transfer... There's no transfer anything for me to talk about right now. The transfer deadline... when is the transfer deadline? Here, take a look at the full calendar. Transfer window starts January 8th, and it will end February 5th. So, who knows? I may pick up 1 or 2 more people. But, like I said, my transfer budget and my wage budget are pretty crap. So, who knows if the board will actually even allow me to bring anyone else in. But that's a problem I can worry about at another time. We are going to, well, let's take a look at these next few matches. Like I said, there's only 27 in this season, so maybe I'll pick one out. Maybe like Wellington Phoenix or Perth Glory will come back for one of those 2 matches. So, until next time, this is Gendo. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, go and hit the like button. If you want to be notified of any new videos that I'll post, go and hit yourself the subscribe button. Any comments, suggestions, anything else, in the comment box below. But I will see you in the next video. This is Gendo saying peace out.